What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing you another video. So today I was thinking about doing another Hot Topic Tease review plus discussion about the franchise that the t-shirt will be talking about. So today's t-shirt is for a franchise that's pretty popular. It's gaming, and it's for a franchise that I'm a huge fan of. Probably, if not my favorite video game franchise, just about like in that range of like in the top 5, maybe even if I have to say maybe top 10. I'm leaning towards top 5 video game franchises probably, and it's really high. And that franchise is, hold on one second, Kingdom Hearts. So as you can see here, this is a Kingdom Hearts 2 t-shirt, which is awesome. As you can see there, and as you can see, this is the Kingdom Hearts 2 art from the cover of the game, from the game case. If you ever look at the Kingdom Hearts 2 game case, that's the art that you'd see. And obviously this is in black and white, which is fine. I actually like it that way. It would have been cool if it were done in full colors and everything like that, but I kind of didn't expect it to be, and personally I don't mind it. I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts. As I said before, one of my easily in my top 5 favorite video game franchises. Really awesome characters, really great idea of having, Final Fantasy like characters meeting in worlds from Disney. Like, that's a really cool concept. Disney is super popular. Final Fantasy, early on, because you have to remember something, that when the original Kingdom Hearts came out, Final Fantasy was a huge deal, especially in Japan. Huge deal. And it still is pretty major, but it's not the same audience as it once was, where like everyone cared. Now it's kind of like, if you're older and you remember the old Final Fantasy games, sure, you'll have a little bit more of an appreciation for it, but it's a little bit less common now. But Kingdom Hearts is that gap that really allows those hardcore fans and those Disney fans to meet in some way. And that's just one way of putting it. I mean, just in general, if you're not even looking at it from a Final Fantasy perspective, it's still a really good game. And if you're looking at it from a Final Fantasy perspective, it also is a good game. I mean, both ends of having this Final Fantasy like characters and then also being in Disney World, it doesn't really feel weird. It actually, sure, sometimes it can be a little bit strange, and sometimes it can feel like, what's going on here? Like when you're in Kingdom Hearts 2 and you're fighting Sephiroth and you have like Donald and Goofy beside you. I mean, that's kind of unusual. And there's also Cloud, which is like mixed. But the way that they set them up, typically, it works really well. And that's something that I have to admit, that the way that they create these characters is brilliant. And the idea of having Disney and Final Fantasy collaborate in such a way is just so brilliant. And the fact that there's so many different franchises that they can do, and the whole entire idea that, like, if you're in certain worlds, certain character, like, your character might look different or they might act different based on, and that could be like, maybe they're wearing an outfit that represents a word, like for example Halloween Town, like they're more like zombie and creature like, compared to, if let's just say you go to Traverse Town, where they're going to be normal, or if you go to the Pride Lands, which is Lion King, by the way, and Halloween Town, if you haven't already guessed, that's Nightmare Before Christmas. But Pride Lands is the Lion King, which you'd become like a lion if you're Sora. Sora, obviously the main character. But really, really cool game franchise. They're creating a new one, Kingdom Hearts 3. Super excited. If you're curious, I have played the original. I've played the second one. I've played Birth by Sleep. I've beaten the original. I've beaten the second one. I've beaten Birth by Sleep. I've beaten 358 Days Over 2. Never actually got the chance to play Dream Drop Distance, even though it's a really awesome game and I know the whole story for it. Never played Rechains. I've played Recoded though, and I've beaten it. But I'm really just looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't have a PS4 right now, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is like one of the reasons why I really want a PS4. But at the moment, I haven't bought one. We'll see. I'm thinking about it soon, possibly. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm leaning towards maybe not, but you never know. It's a great franchise. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, awesome. If you're a Disney fan, just in general, great. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, I'm sure you'll enjoy it as well. They're planning on doing. They've already announced that Big Hero 6 is supposed to be in it in some way with like the world for what was it? California, Tokyo, California or whatever it was, or no, what was it? California, Japan, or something like that. The world that Big Hero 6 is in is supposed to be featured as a world. Mount Olympus is supposed to be featured. The world from Tangled is supposed to be in it, and a couple others that have already been spoken about. Traverse Town is going to be in it, and some other, not Traverse Town. What am I saying? What's it called? Twilight Town, not Traverse Town. Twilight Town is going to be in it, not Traverse Town. Traverse Town now is Radiant Gardens. What am I saying? Yeah, I mean, those are going to be in it. There's going to be some other stuff as well. Supposedly, a lot of the worlds that, like the majority of the worlds that have already been in the game aren't going to be in this one. So there's less worlds returning, and more worlds that are going to be new. Especially since it's been like a good gap in between the second game and that one, because they're really not looking as much. They're not really caring as much about Dream Drop Distance or Birth by Sleep or any of like the smaller titles. They're focusing mainly on the first two when it comes to the worlds that they really care a little bit more about. But at the same time, it's a little bit iffy at the moment. I mean, nothing's set in stone right now, so we can't really predict anything. We don't really know enough to really say for a fact, oh, so and so is going to be in the game. Oh, this is happening. Like, we don't really know. What I will say though is that it's a great franchise. It's definitely worth taking up if you're interested in all this stuff, and also there's a great history behind it. If you want me to do more videos on Kingdom Hearts, which I definitely am considering doing a little bit more of eventually, because I do like Kingdom Hearts a lot, and it's a great franchise, and I hope to eventually in the next year, maybe later than that, might be 2 years. Hopefully, eventually, I can do some Let's Playing stuff for it. It might be this year, might be next year, might be later than that. I don't know yet if I'm really committed to it, but I'm definitely considering doing some Let's Play stuff for Kingdom Hearts, because I'm always a huge supporter of it, and I think that it would be fun and great to do. If I can do Kingdom Hearts 3 somehow, that'd be awesome, but I don't know yet. I'm sure I'll do some coverage as things get closer, and I'm sure with trailers that come out in the future, I'll talk a little bit more about it, because I am a big fan. But at this moment, there's not much else I can say. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me who your favorite character is in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and what you want to see in the next Kingdom Hearts game, and what worlds especially do you want to see, and anything else you guys are fascinated about for Kingdom Hearts. And comment that all below, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever that is. So anyway, guys, goodbye.